In this question, we are given one triangle. Actually, we're drawing two triangles. They're both the same triangles with side lengths 3, 4, and 5 centimeters, and we have to show that the inscribed square has the ratio of the sides of the inscribed square is 37:35. Now, please note that though the triangles are same, congruent, equal in area, the squares inside them are not. It's because the way the squares have been drawn. So if you notice that for the square, this square, it is along the sides of the triangle, it's touching the edges, but the other square, you have only one side. You don't have the you don't have any of the corners of the square along any of the corners, so none of the vertices are equal, so it only touches a part of one of the sides of the hypotenuse of the triangle. So I am going to name them. So these are the right angles, obviously, and then you have, this is the right angle in the triangle, and that's the right angle, common right angle. So I'm going to name them. We're going to call them triangles A, B, C, and D, E, F, and we're going to call the squares P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Okay, so the first okay, and we also need to call the sides of the square something, so we shall call the sides of the square PQRB as X. So all this is X, and we're going to call the sides of the square STUV as Y. And what we have to find in this question is we have to find what X is, we have to find what Y is. Now you will see finding X is quite simple, but Y is a bit we have to do a bit more work to find out what Y is. So we will start with finding X, and we will use the property of similar triangles, because there are lots of similar triangles here, because triangle APQ, which is this, is similar to the whole triangle ABC. And also in triangle DEF, if you see, then triangle EUS is similar to triangle DEF, because they have 90 degrees in common. They have one of the angles in common, which is angle E, and also this triangle, you will have triangle TVF, which is this, that is also similar to triangle DEF. So we will be using these properties to work out Y in the second triangle. So to start off with, in triangle ABC, so I'm going to write in triangle ABC, I will have triangle APQ is similar to triangle ABC. The reasons are because angle A is common for both, right? And angle APQ is a right angle, and angle ABC is a right angle, and so the third angle, which is angle AQP, is equal to angle ACB. So that's the reason they are similar. So what we get is we can write AP out of AB equals, I'm going to write PQ out of BC, and that should give me x. How will that work? So we can write AP is, I have not done one thing that I haven't said which one is 3 and which one is 4 and which one is 5. So obviously the hypotenuse is 5 in both these triangles. And the 3 and 4, this diagram is not drawn to scale, so you can take any one of them as 3 and 4 and work it out. So I will say that this is 3 and this is 4, and here I'm going to say this is 3 and I'm going to say this is 4. It can work either way, you can, it's not accurate, but whichever way you take, the method will work. I mean, it will get the correct values for x and y. So when I do that, you will see that AP would be 3 minus x. So I'm going to write 3 minus x divided by AB, which is 4, and that gives me equal to PQ. PQ is also x, and divided by BC, which is 4. AB is not 4. AB is 3. 3 minus x out of 3 is x out of 4. Sorry about that. So from here what I get is, or which implies, so I will get 4 times 3 is 12 minus 4x equals 3x. So I get 12 equals 7x, or I get x equals 12 out of 7. And this is what I need. Now to work out the value of y, I'm going to say that in triangle, let me use a different pen to, in triangle DEF, what I have is angle, let me go with the small triangle, let me go with EUS. Triangle EUS is similar to triangle, the larger one, that is DEF. And once again, the reason being that you have the right angle that is equal, and you have a common side, which is a common angle. The common angle is E. So E is the common angle here. So that makes a third angle, that is angle ESU, equal to angle DFE, right? So what we are going to write here is, we have to do the proportionality of the sides, so we have to include y. Now see, we don't know what EU is. We don't really know what EU is, because we know that UV is y, we know that EF is 5, but we don't know what EU is. So we got to bring EU in our proportion. So we are going to say EU out of one of the sides of the 4. So I can say that EU, if I may say, out of DE or DF, DE or DF. So if I say EU out of DF, EU out of DF, and that equals SU out of the other side, which is DE. So EU remains as it is. So EU, I keep it as it is because I don't know what that is. But DF, I know is 3, and that equals SU, which I know is Y, and I am going to say DE, which I know is 4. So what this gives me is EU equals 3 out of 4Y. Okay, so yeah, 3 out of 4Y. So then the next one, I'm to take this is important, we will keep this. So I have found EU now. So this bit equals 3 out of 4 Y. So now I have to find this bit VF. Okay, so VF will be, now again I'm going to say that triangle TVF is similar to triangle DEF. Okay, is similar to triangle DEF, and from here what I get is I can get that which other sides I should do. I should first take VF because that's what I don't know, and I will say that is DF, so it will be the other side, it will be DE. DE, this is DE, okay, equals TV out of DF. So VF remains as it is, and DE is 4 equals Y out of TV is Y, and then DF is 3. So I get VF, I get VF equals 4/3 Y. So this is 4/3 Y. Now once I have got these two out, these two done, so then you see that the length of EF is 5. So what I am going to write is EF equals 5, or I can say EU plus UV plus VF equals 5, or I can say 3/4 Y plus 4/3 Y equals 5, and from here I can see that denominator is 12. 4 times 3 is 12, so I get 9Y plus 12Y plus 16Y equals 5. So, or I get 9 and 12 and 16. 7, I get 37. Y out of 12 equals 5. 37Y equals 60. That gives me Y equals 60 out of 37. Okay, now here we go. The next bit is the easiest bit, which is I got X, I got Y, so X out of Y equals 12 out of 7. I'm writing the next line, divided by 60 out of 37, or multiplied by 37 out of 60, and I get it very neatly, that equals 37 out of 35. So X is to Y equals 35, and which is what the question is asking us to do.